Hello, guys. Welcome to our relationship series. Mr. Wilson, how was the weekend?
Yeah, it's really good. I really like how the weekend goes because of the rain. I like raining period, especially
Yeah.
when I'm sleeping. I like the weather.
That's a weather for two.
Yeah.
Are you married?
The weather was very, very nice, and I really love the weather.
Yeah. But you are not legally married.
No, no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Yeah, but I know I will soon find my missing rope.
Really?
Yes.
Miss Unique, how about you? How was your weekend?
It was good though. Yeah. It was good though it was lonely. Yeah.
Lonely. Why?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. No problem. No
Thank
problem.
you.
Yeah. No problem. Let us not go quite personal. Okay. We had a whole lot of talks last time out when we had our relationship series. Guys, endeavor to engage with us, subscribe, and share.
Today we really have a lot of things to discuss about relationships and marriage. So, Mr. Jerry, I will go with some questions. I have some questions I will be asking you today. I don't know if you are ready to answer the questions, and I believe that you will give the audience what they want to hear.
Yes, I'm ready, and I think today I'll be taking a stand on my religious beliefs on some answers. I will not try to go too worldly.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. That's nice. Okay, let me start.
Okay.
Oh, the first one I have here is it right for couples to keep secrets for each other? What's your take on that?
That's very wrong for couples to keep secrets. It's it's just like you walking into a devil's aisles. It's not right for couples to keep secret away from each other. It's very good to be open, truthful, and quite sincere with your partner because it helps you grow along the line. Given a scenario whereby you have a promiscuous past and you do not tell your partner, and your partner goes out there to find out that you were a playboy before or she was actually in the streets, an agboma, so to say. Yes, if she was an agboma and you go to find out that she was a agboma, as the man, you feel betrayed and you wouldn't want to be so sincere in marriage. And most times, most men end marriages, even women, it hurts them a whole lot. It's good to tell your partner what happened in the past. I know most people used to say, and if you tell them, they'll start to look you at. No, it's good. Tell them. If someone sincerely loves you and is ready to work with you or change something within you, then it's a great idea.
Okay, so what advice are you giving the audience about these people keeping secrets from each other?
Okay, my advice to the listeners and the viewers out there is they should ensure to always be sincere to their partners. I know, yeah, they said it's not everything you tell your partner, but in 100%, give her 99.9.
Okay, hey guys, you guys have heard what Mr. Jerry said. Try and share your secret with your partner so that your relationship will be in good hands. So, Mr. Jerry, there's another question
Yeah,
I have for you.
before you go there, I think Miss Unique have something to say about that too.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's it.
What I have to say about that keeping secret aspect. Mostly in marriage, I don't think there should be any secret.
Okay,
Because marriage is a covenant. When you enter into it, the both of you are one.
okay,
So there is nothing you need to hide
from your
from your
partner.
partner. Because the both of you are one. But in a case where, let me use pastors as an instance in this one now.
Okay,
Because most times there are some secrets you have to keep from your wife
okay,
as a pastor. Why? There are some pastors' wives that have not built themselves very well.
okay.
That if they hear some things about someone, they will lose the love they have
And
for
self
such member
respect, yes.
and respect. So in that aspect, it's not everything you should tell your wife, especially if you are a pastor or a doctor. Because there are some things you will share with your wife, and one is either they lose respect on that person, or if it's somebody they believe in and love so much, they will reduce the love. But I still stand that marriage is a covenant. There shouldn't be any secret. But please, in this aspect, we should work on it. Thank you.
Okay, I think you are talking about them acting mature or not painting exactly what happened and making it look different.
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's quite right. That's what I said 99.9%. That 1% should be left.
Yeah, that's good. So, Mr. Jerry, as I was saying, I still have some questions I really need to
Okay,
throw to you. So, let me use our country, Nigeria today.
yes.
In Nigeria today, some let me say elders tend to look down on oral sex. Is there any issue with this in marriage?
Yeah, okay. I think I had this conversation with someone a week ago, so to say, about oral sex. Like I said, there was no digital season during those periods. Let's not hide the fact that our parents were having it. They do have it. They say there's nothing that has not happened before that is happening now. There's nothing new. I told someone that they have been having it. It's just that that olden age have a whole lot of secret. They love to keep things secretive. They love to share things only with someone who is mature. If they don't sense you mature, they can't tell you.
Okay.
I feel they do have it. But recently now, oral sex brings throat cancer, according to research from the UK. So I would advise you do it with only your partner. Only your partner. You should not be going about licking plates all over the places, so to say.
So, audience, you have heard what Mr. Jerry might have said now. So, whatever you are doing, try to do something with your partner. Only your partner alone is the best option for everybody. So, Mrs. Eunice, what question can you give to Mr. Jerry today?
She
What
has a
question?
verdict too, because having such conversations
Is
as a lady,
yes,
she
yes,
should have
because
something to say about that.
because you're a woman in this aspect. So, what do you have to say about this oral sex?
What I have to say is, to me, I see nothing wrong with it. You know, most people believe, okay, some people say that they are Christians and they say they don't do such things. The Bible said you should have sex with your wife, right? It did not say if it's oral or so anyhow you do it, provided it's
Yeah,
called
most
sex
people feel
and with
oral
your
sex is
partner.
against
No,
Christian
it's
and
not.
religious belief.
If it is,
bad.
if you kiss your partner, it's also oral. Oral is
Yes.
anything you do with mouth.
Yes, no.
So if you kiss your partner, it's also oral. So if you say that oral sex is not good, that means you shouldn't even kiss your partner.
So are you
So-
advising that though this question looks quite doctrinal,
Yeah.
To me,
that,
provided you are married,
that are pastors supposed to lick the plate of their
they
wives?
do. There's a lot of them that
That's a
understands
big
it
question.
do. It's only the ones that like feel too religious.
Yes.
They are the ones that see those things as sin.
Yes.
But me, I still stand my ground that provided is somebody you are legally married to, anything to satisfy your husband or wife.
Well, so to say, given researches, those oral sex are even most times better than sex, because I think that's what bets even lesbians.
Yes.
Because that's why most women don't want to be with a man. Yes, because they love oral sex. Because whenever the tongue,
the ability for the fellow women to satisfy
So
Yes.
that's enough reason why men now should be doing it.
wow, licking
Yes.
the plate, then it means most women have to be very hygienic, because
Very
that,
well.
that
Yes,
place is
very well.
is-
Because that's why most men run away from that. If you are not clean,
It's a danger.
so you need to be very clean as a woman.
Okay.
But I still stand my ground and said there's nothing wrong with it.
okay.
Yeah.
So, Mrs. Unique, that's a very nice answer. So, I don't know if you have any question to give to Mr. Jeremiah.
Well, I think we would love you to throw the questions as an open floor for
Open
a man
floor,
and a woman. I think she
okay.
doesn't have a need to
Okay.
questions.
Let me ask.
Yeah, just ask us, and she's a lady. She should give her view.
Let me say, what should be my response to a potential spouse saying she want to marry but isn't happy by the idea of the marriage because of all the requirements of being a wife?
Wow, very deep question. Like the causes, like you have to go with the question again. Let me know.
The response to a potential spouse saying she want to marry but she's not happy by the idea of the marriage because of the requirement of being a wife. The ability of the requirement of being a wife.
Okay, that's, let's say, the discipline
Yes.
attached to being a wife.
Yes.
Then she's not ready to marry. She's not ready. How will you be? Just like you are saying you want to go to school, but you are not ready to go to school because you can't attend lectures or write exams. You say you don't want to write exams.
You know, this question is really mainly for ladies because so many ladies are there to say that I want to get married, but I cannot do this for my wife. So I will need a housemaid. I will do this, but it's very, very wrong. So, Mrs. Jini,
Let her say
this question
something.
is
I will
really
come to say that. I will say
it's
something.
really
there,
goes for
but
you
let her-
as a woman
let me
in
hear
this
her
house.
view.
So, what do you have to say about this?
What I have to say is, if a woman is not ready to do things as a wife, then that means she's not ready to be a wife.
Okay.
It's better for you to remain single and marry when you are ready, because definitely all those things must come up.
Okay.
So you don't have to run away from it.
Okay.
So the only thing is that any woman that says she wants to marry but is not ready to be a wife because of the requirement means she's not ready to marry.
Yes, she's
so she
not
should
ready.
remain single till when she's ready. Yes.
That's well.
Okay.
That's well.
I think I had something to say there.
Okay.
You know, most ladies, some of them like to party. they don't want to stop that kind of life and all that. You know that if you love to party, then it means you have to find a man who also love doing that even in marriage. Because you who love partying can't go and marry someone who doesn't even love the idea of parties. So in truth, in general, is that most ladies love the ideology of marriage, but they don't love the principles that govern marriages. Yes, most ladies, they love beautiful marriages, but they don't love those principles that make those marriages beautiful.
So, what advice are you going to give them, the ladies out there, for them to make their family stand and make them to grow?
Yes, I would advise ladies to read a whole lot and actually listen to people who are married. Listen to people who have principles working for them in marriage. Yes, there's a saying that most used to say, what works for them cannot work for you. No. What works for them can actually work for you too if it's followed rightly. Yeah, people are different. Human perspectives are different. But if, just for instance, you and your husband are trying to listen to, or your supposed husband are watching a marriage series, you can't tell me he's learning, he won't be learning something from the man. He will be learning qualities from the man. He might not take 100% of that, but 10% is a good ideal for him to go forward, because we are all different beings.
That's a nice one.
Yes.
That's a nice one, Mr. Jerry. I really love your answers today. What did you eat before coming to this stage today?
I think it's not about the food though.
Okay.
I had a long rest, thinking a whole lot about life from all aspects of views. And I think there's a question, before you actually ask me a question, I think there's a question we have to throw back to the floor.
Okay.
There's a question you asked last time on the show that has to do with having to test your partner.
Okay, before marriage.
Marriage, and sometimes goes against
Okay.
biblical
Maybe,
beliefs.
yes. Okay.
Yes, I gave my own opinion, and not as if I want to retract those words back. It's just that I want to be more truthful on those words, because I think a viewer had a different perspective on that, and I know she's going to be watching this. So please, as you are watching, hear my views. I'm speaking directly about reality. I will be engaging with you guys too, because I want us to be truthful.
Okay, that's a nice one.
Yes, we know it goes against belief. We are all Christians here, and the Bible warns us not to do that. It's wrong. But let's be truthful in reality. Mr. Wilson, sorry I'm asking you questions.
Yeah.
Give me the permission for
Yeah,
that.
you know, you're free to ask me any
Would you
question.
marry a lady that you don't know her sexual escapade, like how she does things sexually?
You know,
Can you?
according to you say we should be truthful.
Truthful.
It's very, very. Let me use this our West Africa
Yes.
as case study. This our West Africa, especially Nigeria, my
Yes.
country. It's very, very rare. You know, me as a man, I know it's not really an easy task for a man to stay with a woman without having sex with her. You will be waiting until the day you get married to her. It's not happening. I don't know for other men out there, but I know it's very, very
Yeah, it's
hard.
very rare. It happens
Yes.
in least cases.
Yes, it's very, very hard.
very rare. Because you can't tell me that you will not push on no, even just once.
But though the Bible says
We shouldn't do it.
we
It's
shouldn't do it.
against
It's
godly
against,
beliefs.
yes. But I know you viewers out there, you know what we're saying is the truth. It's not an easy task to stay in that aspect. But I know, the only thing that will save us from this is God. God will help us. For us to
Because
go.
even Mr. Rex will say, push on your something like that, just even once. And all that. But, okay, let's hear her view too on that.
So what do you have to say about this?
Be honest, like
Be
now.
truthful and be honest.
Truthful. She's talking about, okay, actually, are you going to get married? Let me say, let us use an example that maybe you want to get married to a pastor, given to that kind of stuff. Are you going to just let's tell us? Just tell us your view. Tell us.
This question is too strong.
Just be sincere.
If you are following Bible standard,
Yes. It's wrong.
it's wrong.
Yes. But in reality standard, that has to do with you being truthful.
Life and everything.
Yes. Because you know you will be truthful.
But if you are being truthful,
Yes.
most times, what makes some ladies, I'm not talking about men, because men, even if you satisfy them, they can cheat if they want.
Yes.
Most ladies that cheat because their partner is not satisfying them.
Yes.
Now, when you enter a marriage when you didn't taste your man to know if he will satisfy you or not, then if you enter that marriage and he's not doing it well, it will push you to cheating. So I think you should taste. But in a case where you are marrying a pastor and he's very strong in his face that I'm not going to do this till after
Don't
wedding,
marry.
then what you will do is delete everything that has to do with your past sexual life in you.
Okay.
Just erase them so I can be able to
Work on
work.
the parameters.
Yes.
That start with
Because
that.
if you're entering a marriage with the things
This
you
is in
have
the
known,
past.
okay, let's say you have PhD in sex and you want to marry someone that has OND, you know it will not work. So the only thing you
Yes.
will do is erase everything
You had in the
you
past.
had in the past from your mind. That's the only way that marriage can work. So I still think we should maintain the Bible standard.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erase everything from your
The
mind.
Bible standard is good, no doubt. Yeah. Given these same parameters, there are people out there who will still say it's still wrong. Maybe they waited. Yeah, they still waited. They had sex after marriage and everything was still good and all that. Yes, we give your percentage to you. That we will understand that your percentage works too. But it's even in rare cases. It's rare cases. Thank you. Thank you for the time. Thank you.
In this aspect, I still have something to say about this
Okay.
for sex before marriage.
Yes.
You know, so many girls in nowadays they are called sex addicts.
Yes.
What about if you meet a girl that is, let me say, she's addicted to sex and she can't stay without sex? How can you, the partner, try to make that person live free from this sex addict?
Okay. I think let her talk first. I think I have a long thing to say about
I
that.
think what you should do in that aspect is, if she's your wife, because when she's your wife is her right.
Okay.
Now the only thing you do is most times explain to her calmly, please, okay, I'll do it
Slow down.
tomorrow. Not like I don't have strength, I'm tired. You don't do that. They did not force you to marry. Please, okay, today I don't have strength, tomorrow please. Like that is the way you talk to somebody. No matter how addicted she is, that urge is now will have to calm down. Yes,
No,
the urge will have to calm
most
down.
sex addicts don't listen to English.
In this aspect they need to
They
listen to
listen to experiments.
serious, they need to listen to it. Okay, even if you don't test it, at least people should discuss it before marriage.
Okay.
Yes,
That's a
because
good one.
during that discussion you will know, she will have to tell you about her sexual life. You will know that, oh God, she's addicted to it, and if you know that you can't do it, please don't enter that marriage, because you all have that duty to satisfy her. She's your wife.
Definitely.
So when people discuss it and you find that she's addicted to it and you know you can't do it, don't say let me try. Don't try so you know that on top somebody one day. Don't try, just
I think my view there is that yeah, sex is good, but too much of everything is not right. When you have engaged in too much sex, even you start to lose your brain cells. It's very good to have a partner whereby you guys understand yourself. If you're not a sex addict, it's very wrong for you to marry a sex addict. You know, all these standards started coming as the world started getting to a new development era, whereby these decades people are very, very researchful and their informations are not hard to get. Normally, sex addict was not even a word back in the days. But now people are watching a whole lot of things, engaging in lifestyles that tend to affect them later. Using myself as a reference, I once had that kind of ordeal that I love to engage in that intercourse like that because almost every day, and it made me. Someone spoiled me though, but I have to keep that name confidential.
Let me help you in that aspect. Even me too, though I was let me say the girl I met almost that was about 5 to 4 years ago. I don't and she was addicted to sex. Let me say, it was only God that brought me out from that
Me
place.
too.
So
It's
the
only
thing
God
was
that
really
saved me.
really
It was very difficult. It's God that
it,
helped my life.
it was really I don't know, I would say it was God that really helped me from that
Yes,
thing.
me too. We
So
have to thank God for
yes,
being
for
a saving
everything.
grace for
Yes,
us.
yes. So, Mr. Jeremiah, you know, this show is one of the best show I love. Especially this relationship
This is
and
good.
marriage series. I
Yeah.
really love it so much.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, there's one question here that always that I like. I don't know. I would like mothers to listen to this particular question now, especially West African mothers.
Okay.
And this question goes to mothers. what's your take on a mother-in-law or mother-in-law's issue with their daughter-in-laws in this our generation, and how do we handle it?
Wow. I think it's the lady's take on that first.
Okay.
Let her say something.
Yeah, so that's the nice one.
What I have to say, let me start from mothers first before the daughter-in-laws. Now, in most cases, what makes some daughter-in-laws dislike their mother-in-law is number one, the way she reacted when you were coming new to that family.
Okay.
Some mother-in-laws will be like, they don't love this girl, and when you are coming, they will show you that they don't love you.
Okay.
If you have win their son's heart and the son said, I must marry her, when that lady comes in, it's hard for her to love the mother-in-law unless she's someone that is rooted in Christ.
Okay.
You don't have to show her that you don't love her. You can go to private and talk to your son and give your son reasons
Okay.
why he shouldn't marry the girl. Don't let the girl know that I don't love you and my son will not marry you. Because if a lady should love a guy, the worst thing you can do to her is taking that guy away from her,
Okay.
no matter who you are. So I think that's why some daughter-in-laws do have issues with their mother-in-law. Now let me go to daughter-in-laws. To me, for any reason, I don't see any reason you should hate your mother-in-law. One, the Bible said you and your husband are one. Then when the both of you are one, that means the mother is your mother.
Yes.
That's why most daughter-in-laws have issue with their mother-in-laws, because they have not taken her as their mother.
Okay.
The day you determine to go into marriage, you must love who your husband loves. Your husband loves the mother, you should also love the woman. Take her as your own mother. Okay, take for instance, your mother shouts for you every morning. You will not stop loving her because she's your mother. So now take the woman as your mother. If she does those things, love her the same way. If daughter-in-laws will learn to love their mother-in-law and take them as their own mother, I think that issue won't be there, no matter how bad the woman is. No matter how bad she is. Most ladies, your mother is mad and you still love her. Then why can't you love your mother-in-law if she's mad? That's why this problem gets too much, because daughter-in-laws tend to fight the battle on their own. No, there is a way you will love somebody. At some point, her conscience will not set her free again. So she don't have any choice than to start loving you back.
Yes.
So what you do is, number one, try to show her that maybe some mother-in-laws don't just hate you because maybe they have had some stories.
Yes.
Let's say some people say, okay, Igbo girls are bad. Now, it's you that will prove to your mother-in-law that it is not really true.
Yeah.
But when you get there and you start showing her those things because you found that she doesn't like you, you start showing her pepper. She will not say, oh, that's true, I had a lot that Igbo girls are bad. But when you go and you show her the good part of Igbo girls, she will not sit herself down and say, wow, what they told me is not what I'm seeing. So when you go to that marriage, learn to love your mother-in-law.
Okay.
When you love her as your own mother, then there won't be any problem. And secondly, now what you do is, if you find it difficult to love her, interchange with your husband.
Okay.
Tell your husband, okay, be taking the duties of what I should be doing to my own mother while I take the duties of what you should be doing to your own mother. Now, if you're very close for your mother-in-law, do it by yourself. Everything that your husband is supposed to do for his mother, be doing it by yourself. With time, it will make the both of you love each other.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a very nice take. I wouldn't even have much to say, but
That is the reason why I said this question is really for mother, and now it shows me that you're a real mother.
yes, you'll be a very great mother.
I see that in her. I see that in her.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
A very nice one. I will just pick some little points from what she says and draw a line where most young girls, when they go into marriages, they start to say, he's a mommy's boy, he's a mommy's boy. My problem with such contexts is, where do you get them from? There is no woman, no man on earth who does not love their mother, especially when they have a connection. Yeah, there are some that don't have a connection, no doubt. But if they have a connection, there's no girl that you want to tell them that you don't have a connection with your mother. So what are they going to call you when your mother is calling you? If you're having a conversation with your mother, what name would she now as the guy attached to you when you talk to your mom? Most times they get it out of context. They take the relationship you have with your mother for something else. They take it something else. I think my take on that is that you shouldn't take the context of relationship that young man has with his mother. You don't know how long they have been. You don't even know what that woman has suffered for that young man. When you come, just like he said, you should show her love that she will reach a point she will just have to give up. There's how somebody will be weird to you that They love you will show you. The love conquers all.
Oh,
Yeah, very true.
yes, that's true. Love
So
conquers
I
all.
wouldn't say much because of time because of time factor. But that other aspect of mother, I know that sometimes some mothers take things override, and some women. There's one thing the women used to forget. When you marry, you did not marry their son, oh, you marry their family. That's why they are changing your name.
Very true.
That mother becomes your mother. Anything she does, you take it. It's no problem. It's my mother now. Just like she said, if your mother did something angry to you, will you deny her the right of being your mother?
It's not possible.
You see, so she actually said everything up.
Okay, that's a nice answer and question. So, Mr. Jeremiah, let me say this question I'm asking will be my last question for
Okay,
today.
okay.
So I don't know. I hope you guys are ready to
Yeah, we'll
give audience
dissect
what
that. Yes, I think
So-
today have been more quite emotional and reality of the
Okay.
talk show.
What advice will you give to a single going into marriage with previous sexual experience?
Wow, let her answer first. She's a lady. Then let me
This question is a technical question, and
Yeah.
and it's a very
technical.
nice nice question that it will really help the audience to understand what life is all about.
But,
Now, this is where we enter that biblical standard that says no sex before marriage.
okay.
Yes. Because if you have had lots of sex before marriage, that's when you start comparing. She's meeting to standard or she's not meeting.
Yes.
Just say, for instance, you never met with any lady until you are married. Then you have nothing to compare. Now, what you do is, if you have engaged in lots already, when you say, I'm ready to marry, erase everything from your mind and just see that I'm starting from zero.
Afresh.
So that anything you see, you take. The one she don't know, you teach her. And the one your husband doesn't know, you teach him. That's the best way it works.
Okay.
Yes. Erase that he must satisfy me. No. Just be ready to teach him, and he should also be ready to teach the woman. Just erase those past things you have done, the past pleasure, erase it from your mind. That's the only way marriage can work. Because that's what brings most of cheating. When you can't erase those things you have done in the past from your mind, they'll be like, she's not meeting up to standard, or he's not satisfying me. So what to do is, one, be ready to carry your partner along.
Okay.
Babe, this is what I like, please. And you don't force them to do it. Calmly. Please, I love it this way. Help me.
Okay.
So that marriage will work.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I think we should do.
Okay. I think what I have to say in that angle, dissecting directly, is this. Most times, most people don't know about foreplay. In such cases, sex is not just about getting directly into the action, but it's about foreplay. Foreplay actually makes sex best. I think most times people with a whole lot of sexual experience love foreplay. Every man or every woman out there should know that foreplay is the key ingredient to sex. Is the key ingredient to sex. Then when you talk about that experiences coming to marriages, there a whole. That's why I love, in as much as there's a godly standard on things, there's a reality check whereby we are truthful to a core, whereby we say, in as much as there's something, just like now in a school sector where we know that it's mandatory that students are not supposed to bring food outside, like in a boarding school sector, that maybe they say they ban food. You know that, truthfully, they used to see sneak food inside the school through other means. Given in marriage scenarios, there's a whole lot of cheating in marriages. A whole lot. I can boldly tell you that in Nigeria today, given the West African standard, I don't know about, like, maybe given researches we can go about, but I don't even know today to do research about the US. It's always out there in the internet.
Yes, it can
In
be
a
general.
general context, cheating in marriages is 99.9%. I have to be truthful to you. Cheating in marriages is 99.9%. Most people get married to people they don't even love. Most people just, a whole lot of things is just dwell on that. So, given before marriage, God's perspective is the best place to be. But for you to be principled and disciplined is a very hard thing to do. So my advice is just to stick to God, and God does everything all.
Yeah, Mr. Jeremiah and Mrs. Eunice, I really love your answers today, and I really love how today's show went. I'm really grateful to see you guys next time.
Yeah, I can't even wait for next time because I didn't really talk much. I think she even spoke much today.
Okay, don't worry. Next time I will give you more time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jeremiah.
Thank you. Guys, thank you for having this talk, because this talk helps us grow too, personally, as much as the viewers out there. like, subscribe, engage with us. See you on Friday for the next show. Bye.